Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Well, it's time for a fact that makes your brain go. Yesterday, we had a fact that said 41% of Chicagoans believe an emoji should be in every communication by text. Add an emoji to everything. Today, the top 5 emojis that are going to be extinct soon. They're going to go away because they have a ranking system of how often they're used. So I don't understand exactly that. I guess just basically says these are barely used anymore. And I'm stunned by it because let's start with number 5.
Can I just say real quick, that's a weird job to have, to be somebody that captures emoji data. That's a weird thing to do.
Yeah. I wonder how much that pays.
Oh, more than we're making.
Probably millions.
Yeah.
Everything pisses me off. There would be the same people on HGTV who are like, and my husband analyzes emojis. Our budget's $8 million for him. What the hell?
If you're a doctor listening to this right now, just know the emoji data specialist makes more money than you.
Wow. That's where we're at.
Uh-huh.
Well, they analyzed it and came up with number 5 for extinction. I can't believe this is 5th on the list, like in the top 5. It's the smiley face wearing sunglasses.
Oh, I like that one.
Why is that one not getting used a lot?
I don't know, Brian. Do you use it? Because I think you're part of the problem.
I use it. It's in my top. I would say, well, you know what? It's not in my top 10. I should take a look at it. I was going to lie right there. Oh, I use it all the time. What are you talking about? I go, no, I don't.
You have it tattooed on you.
It is weird how you get angry about things that are going away and then you don't use them.
You don't use them.
Oh, my God. It's not even in my top, what is it, the 6 rows? Mm-hmm. So that's, 30? It's not in that at all.
That's an emoji for a relaxed person. You're not a very relaxed person.
You're right, but I bet other people are.
Oh, God, yeah.
Vibes.
Is it in your top 6?
Absolutely not.
Rose?
I'm not relaxed.
Kenzie?
Oh, have you met me? I'm very stressed out.
All right, so I guess we're the problem. I don't know. I just thought I get that one a lot, though. I get that one from people. Like the sunglasses.
All the relaxed people,
Yeah. Everybody else is way more relaxed than me.
All the people hanging 10.
So that's on the list to go out.
Okay, what else?
Also, the purple heart with the arrow through it.
Okay, I do use that. That's
Do you?
annoying. Yes, I like whatever heart matches the colors in my picture is what I do. So I use all of them.
There's a lot of hearts to choose from, though. Why would you have the one with the arrow through it?
Well, extra pizzazz. I like accessories.
Or you want to kill someone with a crossbow in their heart?
That's not what that means.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I've never used that one, so I get it. Here's one that's kind of disturbing that's going away. These are emojis, top 5 that are on the extinction list. The peace sign. There's certainly no peace in not only the Middle East, but in America.
A sign of the times.
So the hand with the peace sign up.
Oh, I do. Oh, so the fingers?
Yes.
Okay.
That is actually in my top 6 rows, but it's way at the end. I had the metal fingers before that one.
Naturally.
What's metal fingers?
Like this, going like...
Oh, like rock and roll fingers.
Rock and roll
I
fingers.
thought you actually meant like metal in the hand. Like an animatronic hand.
Came back from the war with a metal fingers hand.
Why would they get rid of the peace fingers before they get rid of the actual purple peace sign? Come on.
Well, I've never used the peace. Have you ever used the peace sign?
Exactly. I've used the fingers, but not the purple peace sign.
I've used the fingers before.
Yeah, come on.
I know. Now, here's one that's in my top row. So, not top 5, I should say. That's going to go away. I can't believe it. It's the shocked face with the eyes like round and wide open and the mouth, flat, but it's like, huh? Like,
okay, that doesn't make any sense. We use that a lot. Everyone uses that. With the rosy cheeks?
Yeah. And and this is number 2 on the list of going away. So this is like the second most extinct emoji headed for it, I should say.
Everyone uses that emoji.
Why is that going away? Case, do you have that one somewhere in yours?
I do. I am a little taken aback by this news because that's the one emoji that I like to use. I'm always shocked by everything.
If they're going to get rid of one of the shock emojis, it should be the one that's half blue because I don't get it. I don't know why your head would turn blue.
Oh, with the hands on it?
No, that's the cat. Oh, yeah, there is one with a blue hand. No, there's one with no hands.
With blue hair. Like it's got white.
No hands.
Why do they put blue hair on that one?
Call Waka Flocka, no hands. But anyways, that one should go because we already have the hands and we have the cat and the rosy cheek shock is like the best one for what?
Yeah. I don't get it.
I used it when I heard news this weekend. Whenever something pops off, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, the shocked face. I use probably every couple. What was the news, by the way? Remember?
Nothing. Me when I found out I had to go court, like all of it. Shock.
Got it. And the number one, so this is the highest and the best chance to go away the quickest of the emojis that are extinct is, I'm sorry, Kenzie. Kenzie's top emoji is going away.
I'm going to blame you for this. I will shoot the messenger. What is it?
The monkey covering his eyes.
You can't get rid of only one of the monkeys because it's hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil.
Understood.
You can't just have two. You have to have all three monkeys. What I want to know is, why do we even have to delete emojis?
Because they got to make room for new ones.
You're telling me iPhone can't squeeze in more emojis on the board?
How much do you want to scroll to the right to get to your emoji?
That's a great question.
I never scroll. I type in what I'm feeling at the top.
Oh, wow. You actually type in the search to find your emoji?
Always. I never scroll. I either use my most recent or I type in what I'm looking for, like purple, because I want it to match my picture or whatever.
God, I've never done that. I always just use my thumb and scroll right.
That's stupid.
Well, most people do it my way, I think. And that's why.
I can think of so many other emojis we should get rid of instead.
Yeah.
Like the devil with a really big nose. It looks like a tiki thing.
I've used that.
When you're talking about me?
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Sadly, we pour one out for people that we respect and love and feel bad about here on the show all the time. And we got to do it again today early to get it out of the way. This is really sad. You might not know the guy's name, James Michael Klein. He was a financial executive who founded Fandango, the movie ticketing service.
I love Fandango.
Yeah.
I'm sure Case doesn't understand what Fandango is all about.
Do you know what it is?
No, I was actually afraid to ask, but I don't really know what it is.
I know you wouldn't, because I think I'm probably the cutoff age. I'm 29.
Yeah.
And I was the last generation to use most of this stuff. Like, I was just teetering, right?
And before you go on there, it was founded in 2000, so Case was born in 99.
Yeah.
And he remained with the company until 2011. He created it. It was incredibly successful. And then he sold it for a ton of money. Okay. But it still exists, actually. But what is it? Kenzie, describe it in a good way there.
So Fandango was awesome because obviously the movies used to be bumping. It was the thing to do. And this is before a lot of the cool apps and things that we have now. Fandango allowed you to buy your tickets beforehand so that way you didn't show up to the movie and it was sold out, which did happen to people a lot.
Does that concept sound ridiculous right now?
I was just thinking how ridiculous that sounds. Other than Barbie, I can't imagine I gotta get a ticket to this thing now. You just walk in.
I'm telling you, right now you'd never be concerned that you wouldn't be able to get a ticket. Yes, unless maybe it was a Marvel movie opening, maybe, right?
Yes.
Beyond that, yeah, but all the movies you wanted to see used to sell out. And the other ones would sell out because say you came to see the hottest new movie, then you'd be like, well, what else do you want to see? Because we're already here. And you'd buy tickets to a different movie that you didn't show up. Like, this is a thing. So Fandango allowed you to get your tickets before, especially if you're going with a big group, which was awesome. Their whole advertisement was also skip the lines. Because sometimes you'd end up waiting over 20 minutes to buy your movie tickets because the line was so long on a Saturday night.
Imagine that, Case. It wasn't the 1800s either. This was 2005.
Yeah, you'd wait in a huge line, and then you'd actually be late for your movie, even if it wasn't sold out, okay? So it allowed you to skip the line. It made sure that you could get tickets to the movie, and you'd get points towards snacks.
Now, that's the most important thing you said.
Baby.
I used to use the points to get the big popcorn, because if you bought enough tickets on it...
Did you go grocery shopping?
I'd go out of there with styrofoam containers of food. If you bought enough movies... oh my God, I used to take home all the candy. So how's that all sound to you, Case? What Fandango used to be? It still exists, like I said, but I don't think it matters anymore.
I'm so distracted by the thought of going to the movies with a big group because that was never my experience. I've gone to so many movies alone, never in a big group. So everything Kenzie said after that, I just sort of blacked out. And I was thinking about me being 13. Thinking if I could corral anybody in my life to go to the movies with me. I don't think that ever happened. Well, I don't know. It sounds cool. It sounds like something I would have used had I liked movies or had friends.
Yeah. God, that sounded dark. Yeah. Well, this thing might have spiraled out of control for this guy. And listen, it was a suicide, by the way. He jumped off a building at 64 years old, which is really tragic. And we talk about mental health here all the time. And this guy sold this business for millions and still had a stake in it after he sold it. But what he did that was probably a huge mistake that definitely made him have a mental breakdown of some sort. In 2020, he bought a $21 million property in Florida. So he sold this thing for probably $100 million, let's say 10 years ago. And he's still getting money coming in from it. But then movies died shortly in, well, let's say 2020 when he bought the property because of the pandemic. And no one saw movies for a couple of years. And all his revenue he thought was just going to come in and pay for that property. He probably went like, ugh.
Well, now, unfortunately, obviously the movies, you don't suffer from the anxiety of not being able to see the movie you want to see and worried about skipping lines. Also, most theaters let you just buy the tickets online at the theaters. So the technology advancing really put a bummer on the Fandango.
They took it over very similar to, let's say, like Napster to Apple iTunes. Like Napster was first, and Apple iTunes said, no, we're going to have all the songs, and Napster goes away. And I miss Napster, too.
I miss Napster. Hashtag RIP Napster.
Yeah. Pour one out for that. So there you go. Very sad ending to the guy that created it. He was 64 years old. And Fandango, maybe go use it today in his honor.
We've gotten multiple texts from people who say that they still use Fandango.
Okay.
So some people are using it probably because you get the points and stuff.
I'm telling you. Grocery shopping in the snack bar with those points is awesome.
Brian used to come to the movie theater with a shopping cart.
It burned in my memory is the Fandango commercials, though. I don't know about you, but the paper bags with faces.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they used to be talking to each other? It was like an arts and crafts project.
It was great.
Also, Case, this will blow your mind. The commercial for Fandango was a bunch of lunch paper bags being used as puppets.
What did they do?
Talk to each other.
About what?
Fandango.
Oh.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Well, you might be going out shopping, like little Home Depot, not for sure I have enough time or not. But this guy went to an AutoZone and an O'Reilly's and just did some normal shopping and discovered, and I'm blown away by this. This guy discovered that there's actually great food to buy at AutoZone and O'Reilly Auto Parts, and I'll let him do the explaining here in the 1-minute audio.
So apparently AutoZone and O'Reilly sell food for some reason, which I found out because apparently others go there and review their food. So today's goal is to see if this is true, and if it is, then compare the two places and see which one is better. First, I went to AutoZone and asked if this is true, and apparently it is. So I bought their mac and cheese, which cost me $12.99, which is kind of pricey for mac and cheese. Then I went to O'Reilly's, and apparently they also sell food. They had cheeseburgers that day, so I bought one for $8.99. Now that I have both the food items, let's try it. The AutoZone mac and cheese is pretty straightforward. They just give you a mac and cheese container and a fork in the bag. After tasting it, it surprisingly tasted amazing. The mac and cheese itself was perfectly cooked, and the cheese taste was perfect as well. It was comparable to KFC's mac and cheese, which I absolutely love. Taste-wise, I'd give it a good 9 out of 10. Next is O'Reilly's cheeseburger. Nothing much comes in the bag except for this cheeseburger and a single napkin. After tasting it, I was surprised. It genuinely tastes amazing. The meat is properly cooked and very juicy. The bread quality is great as well. The onions, tomato, and lettuce all complement the burger perfectly. Overall, I'd give it a good 9 out of 10 as well. Overall, I have to say it's kind of like a tie between the two places.
So I've been to AutoZone and O'Reilly Auto Parts. I didn't know they had food. They don't advertise food.
No.
And apparently they sell mac. Now, I don't know if anybody has done this and knows this, works at one, whatever, but they sell mac and cheese, and the other one sells cheeseburgers. And they're
That's so weird.
I don't even know where they'd cook them up. Because you go in the store, I don't...
Probably a microwave.
I guess.
I would imagine it's like the frozen ones that they just heat them up. I don't think there's a grill... The bear kitchen in the bear.
Yeah.
I wonder if they grill it on like a car radiator. If they use the cars that are there.
That'd be something like Top Gear would do.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. And if people know this, I don't know. It brought up the question in our head is there a surprising wild place in Chicagoland that you go and they sell food and you'd never guess they do it? The first thing I thought of was Home Depot.
What?
Because Home Depot, and not all of them, so it depends on your Home Depot or not, but the one on North Avenue, the one on, I guess it's on Elston, when you're walking out, they have a hot dog stand right there outside, and it sells, dare I say, possibly one of the best Polish sausages in Chicago. And hot dogs. You can get, there's a couple items on there. So you're walking out with whatever, nails, some drywall, maybe some cleaner, and then you can get a hot dog right there at Home Depot. It's really good. Really good.
I see. I have a Home Depot near me. They don't.
They don't have that.
I don't have anything. I don't have the AutoZone with mac and cheese. The Home Depot with hot dogs. I'm just starving all the time. Sucks.
I don't know. So is there any place that you know of that has Like, what's the best place that's weird you wouldn't expect to get food? And I don't know, Casey, you have anything like that?
Well, my favorite restaurant is the Pizza Hut inside of the Target. Because I think they have the best pizza in all of Chicago. There's nothing better than loading up your cart at Target on a nice sunny weekend afternoon. And oh, by the way, when you leave, here's 4 slices of pepperoni pizza made by a Pizza Hut in a Target, and it's somehow better than what Pizza Hut normally offers, which is already a very high bar.
Huh.
It's the best pizza in Chicago. It's better than Pequod's.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean,
I'm not even saying that'd be controversial. I mean that.
Delete your account.
It is better than Lou's.
Yes, delete your face.
It is better than Pequod's. It's better than Pete's. The Target Pizza Hut pizza is the best pizza I get anywhere. Nothing satisfies me more.
I will say, I never get more excited to do anything than furniture shop because I love to get like food at IKEA.
Yeah.
I feel like people know that one, but that's a weird one.
Yes.
Like, I know it's well known. I get it. But, like, so is a Pizza Hut and a Target, so we're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the IKEA food's kicking. And I guarantee some people go there just to eat it. I bet you money because it's a really good deal.
Don't they just have Swedish meatballs? They have other stuff.
No, they have a buffet, baby.
They do?
You kind of, like, walk through with your tray and you grab stuff. It's awesome. It's like cafeteria style.
Huh. I know that because I always saw
the meatballs are by far the best. People
Yeah.
up with mashed potatoes, little something else.
Yeah.
Everything's like, Swedish.
Well, everything's in there Swedish.
But it's a really, really good deal.
312-591-8300. Check in if there's a place that we wouldn't expect. A lot of people checking in about the Home Depot hot dogs on the carts.
That's nuts. I've never gotten one. That pisses me off. I feel cheated.
And I didn't realize because I always get the Polish sausage in there as they have hot dog or they have tacos apparently too. But I've never noticed the hot dogs.
Can I share one that just blew my mind?
Yeah.
Tony from Lindenhurst checked in. He bought 3 slabs of ribs at Menards.
What?
I didn't know you could do that.
Well,
Wait. There's a big thing here. Menards has a kick-ass grocery area, so I wonder if he bought 3 slabs of cooked ribs.
I didn't know Menards had a grocery area.
It's phenomenal. It's like top.
Really?
It's a great grocery section at Menards.
Well, so I was thinking of food.
And you can save big money.
Well, of course.
That's what they're known for.
I was thinking of food that you bought hot, like this guy buying the hamburger or the mac and cheese.
Right.
And
So that's a little different.
But maybe the guy bought ribs he could eat right then. Maybe they were cooked up.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Did he buy 3 slabs? It's pretty aggressive to be like, I'm starving. I'm going to buy 3 slabs. Even for you, Brian.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Talking about weird places you'd never expect to find food in Chicago based on, we saw this online on TikTok where a guy went to O'Reilly Auto Parts and AutoZone and got mac and cheese and a cheeseburger respectively at each location. Now, a lot of employees in Chicagoland, because this video wasn't from Chicago, are saying they do not sell food, only come in for like wrenches and oil filters and stuff.
They have that.
So,
Talking about a guy who doesn't know anything about cars.
I know nothing.
You can buy a car there. I'm like, you can't. You can't do that.
I'm here for your guys' wrenches. Can you point me to the wrench section?
Can you tell me what you guys do when the car dies and you open the hood up and look at it? Like, what are you looking for?
Sir, we're going to need you to make the sound your car was making again just so they can laugh at you.
Is there an on-off button under the hood, like when your computer freezes up or your iPhone? I can restart the car and then it'll all be good?
Can I turn my car off and on?
Yeah. God, I wish I knew about cars. I know nothing.
My poor brother, because my brother is a mechanic, and the phone calls I've made to him, because I'm never really sure what's lighting up on my screen, so I have to describe the shape. Because I'm like, my dashboard's lit up. He's like, with what? I'm like, a horseshoe with an exclamation point in it. He's like, I feel like I'm at the psychiatrist. I'm like, what do you see? What do you see the shape? It sucks. I'm like, it kind of looks like a tree. I see a tree. I don't know what it means.
Man. Also want to do an update on the guy that bought 3 slabs of ribs at Menards. This is Tony. He checked in from 847, and Kenzie, totally bragging about Menards food. It's amazing, the grocery section there. But we thought, well, wait, did he buy ribs that he ate right there at Menards? He replied, there was a guy grilling outside the store exit. I got ribs, cornbread, and I guess they were half slabs, I guess you could say, but I ate them right there.
Oh, good for him.
So they were hot ribs at Menards. I'm not sure he's an 847, so I'm not sure if it was like, what city that was in.
I have a feeling that guy had no relation to Menards. I don't know if we can give Menards credit for that food.
Also, big proponent of Casey's gas stations with those pizza they have.
Casey's Pizza kicks ass.
Breakfast pizza, I should say. Breakfast pizza.
And you can get that with their exclusive Mountain Dew flavor, Mountain Dew Overdrive. That's good living. That's a good way to start your day.
Hell yeah. Now,
Healthy.
Energized.
one more thing before we get to TJ on the phones about food around Chicago. You wouldn't expect to get good food. A massive amount of people, and I'm talking triple-digit texts, asking for Case to resign.
Yeah.
After talking and saying the Pizza Hut in Target is better than Pequod's and any other pizza in Chicago.
Tony said make him bleed. So you've really upset some people.
Now, Case, will you, I'm just asking, I got Blur coming up, will you write a resignation letter anytime soon?
I will not write a resignation letter. I will not apologize.
Okay.
Much like the law says, I will stand my ground.
Oh, boy.
I will stand by my opinion. And if you think I'm wrong, today you go to a Pizza Hut inside of a Target, you order the pepperoni pizza they have, and then you tell me I'm wrong. Because my guess is you won't be able to do it if you're an honest man.
Wow, shots fired. All right.
Like, I'm not effing leaving.
All right, let's check in from TJ's checking in from Chicago. What's up, TJ?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
I was saying, so we're talking about the, weirdest place you might find the best food in Chicago.
Yeah, so there's actually a fine dining restaurant in Northwestern Memorial Hospital on like the 15th or 16th floor of it.
Wait,
Oh,
wow.
fine dining.
Yeah, it's like a upscale place that has like an outdoor patio that you're like amongst the skyscrapers. It's just you just like walk in and you like get your appendix removed or like get some foie gras.
What?
Was it good? Did you
Yeah.
eat there?
No, I did it. It was actually it was good. It was good. The views were good too, especially in the summer. There's like an outside deck where you can sit on. It's fantastic.
Do you have to have somebody dying in the hospital to go to it?
Not that I know of.
Oh.
I kind of just wandered in there one day after an appointment. I'm like, okay, and it was delicious.
Wow.
And no one knows it's there too, so you can always get a table. Because like, who would expect to get like?
Well, now we won't be able to. Secrets out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, right. I guess so. That was the risk I had. I took here. So.
Well, thanks for that, man. Appreciate you checking in.
I can't wait till he has like a first date and he whips up to the hospital and he's like, no, you're going to love this.
Sounds like a horror movie. We're going to dinner and takes you in the hospital. Oh, my God. Oh, Michaela just called a perfect one. 773 Michaela checked in. If you go to Apt in Northbrook or Glenview, I can't remember exactly what city it's exactly in, but Apt is the greatest electronics store on Earth. On Earth. And you basically everything. They have, you can, if you're buying a house, like you could get everything, a whole kitchen in there. I bought all my stereo. I bought my TVs there at Apt. They are the best. And they have chocolate chip cookies in there. They're always cooking up chocolate chip cookies in the back. So you just go in there, and then you can even wait. They're fresh out of the oven. There's one person's job. We talked about the emoji raider. That's a job really somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody in Apt is just to make cookies all day. Chocolate chip cookies.
Wow.
They're
That's
so
fun.
good.
Could you imagine how large you would be if that was your job?
Oh, I go one for me, one for you. Two for me, one for you.
Three for me.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Talking about unusual places you might find food around Chicagoland. Now, this is a little bit further south, but 773 checked in. Guys, check out the world-famous Big Al's Gentlemen's Club in Peoria. They have a full food menu, great steak sandwich, and he put quotes, from what I hear. Mm-hmm. Haven't been there, Chris? Oh, sorry, outed Chris there, too.
How dare you?
Chris from
Avondale, actually. Now, that's a place I used to hear about. Bands would reroute. They'd play in Chicago, and then let's say they were going to go to maybe Des Moines next to play a show. They would go south to Peoria first. They'd reroute just to go to that place. I've never been. I swear. I've never been there.
Here's the thing. Imagine how good their food and their entire strip club must be to voluntarily reroute through Peoria.
Yeah, like concert business is rough. You got to, maximize every dollar of gas.
Uh-huh.
And Peoria is, I guess, about, 2.5, 3 hours from here?
It's a hike. I've played many a baseball games in Peoria growing up. It's in the middle of nowhere.
I gotta be honest. I'm not trying to down this. However, I don't know if you've met touring artists. I don't think the strip club has to be that good for them to reroute to go.
I'm talking about big
From
bands.
what I've experienced.
Big bands, though. Big bands would reroute. Yep. They will do that. More people checking in with some of the food that you may not be aware of. Oasis Cafe. Another check-in from 773. It's hidden back in the back of a jewelry store on Wabash.
Whoa.
And they have bomb Mediterranean food and specials.
Oh, I know exactly what they're talking about.
You do?
Yes, I used to walk past it every day, and I was like, is this a Mediterranean spot? Because it's like a little sign. I know exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's in the Diamond District over there.
Yes, it is. I've popped in. Very cool.
Uh-huh.
We got another text. So this is right up my alley. Pasta to Go is a restaurant inside a gas station in Elmhurst, and apparently it's incredible.
Now, wait a minute. You've talked about that place, right?
No, I've just said I like pasta to go. Like in general, I want to go pasta.
Well, there was a drive-through pasta place you brought up once.
Yes. Well, no, I was saying how Portillo's is starting to get rid of Barnelli's. And I hate that.
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to pick up pasta to go. But this place is just called that.
Oh. Pasta to Go is inside which gas station?
It says a gas station in Elmhurst. I don't know what to tell you.
Gotta be a little more specific.
An unmarked gas station.
We're trying to help
I'm sure
people.
if you look up Pasta to Go gas station Elmhurst. Here, let me find it.
No, it's okay. I mean,
Nope,
I don't
it's
know.
too late.
I didn't want you to go down the wormhole.
You're going to judge me. I'm sorry.
Now, here's an interesting, also another one. People are not being specific enough, but 630 said there's a gas station at the corner of Belmont and Ogden in Downers Grove that has an Italian restaurant inside.
That's awesome.
Apparently, they have the best meatballs in the city. Can we verify that somehow? Because I love meatballs. I mean, I love them. I don't know.
Kinsey, do you think if we send you there now, you can make it back before the end of the show?
Yes. I'm gone,
No,
baby.
we'll never see her again.
I can't wait. I'm just going to send you a picture of me eating.
Sorry, guys.
They're good. Can confirm.
I got really sick of eating these meatballs that are fantastic.
God, what is the name of this gas station? I'm trying to do the aerial view. It is an unmarked gas station with a big pasta to go sign outside.
Do they also sell bootleg movies in there? It's like a
I
bombed out gas
I
station.
bet they do.
It looks to me, I'm zooming in from Google Maps.
Yep.
Because this is what I have to do here. It is a Shell gas pumps is Shell. But the outside of the building is just really advertising the pasta to go, but the pumps are Shell. See what I'm saying?
I wonder if people go to more for the pasta or the gas.
I think the pasta, it looks incredible. I have to be honest with you.
Is Elmhurst kind of on your route home? Is Elmhurst, right?
Nah, it's not on my route, but I do like to go there because there's good food at Elmhurst.
All right, there we go.
I'd be visiting.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.